Welcome to Tea with Me. This is a live reading I'm going to do. This is Friday, September 24th, 2021. I'm going to do a numerology card reading. And so this is live. Okay, so the number that came up on the card that was pulled is 78. And actually, you know what I'm going to do before I do this card reading? I am going to do the Numbercast. I usually do it on Fridays. I'll pick 5 numbers, and I'm going to go ahead and pick those numbers really quick before I do a reading. But these are numbers, they can be, they can apply to any situation. These are just the numbers for today that are good numbers. So if they resonate with you, that is great. If they don't, you want to get a lucky number report, a numerology report, you can go to my my website and get that. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and pick 5 cards. First card is 55. Second card is 11. Third card is 91. Fourth card is 63. And then the last card is 10. So I'm going to post this afterwards. So the number again, the numbers, there's 5 numbers. The first one is 55. Second number is 11. Third is 91. Fourth, 63. And then the last number is 10. So I'm going to go ahead and jot those down real quick so that I can post them afterwards. This is live. And then I'm going to do reading. Okay. So, here my little one. He's supposed to be in the room, but decide he wants to make his presence known. Okay, so I jotted those down. Make sure I wrote them down correctly. Okay, so now I'm going to do 2. Just I call these freestyle, but they're just readings. No one in particular. Just I'm going to do these readings. If they're specific for you, then that's good. But don't try to make it apply to you if it doesn't. Okay, so I'm actually going to do a 3-card spread, and this is going to be about love. A love reading, a 3-card spread. The first card I'm going to pull is going to be what's going on now, the situation is. The second card is going to be the solution to that, and then the last card is going to be what the ultimate outcome is going to be. Should you apply the solution? Okay. Okay, so what we have here is a 13, which is a karmic debt number. A 90, a 9, 2 9s, 99. I would reduce that down twice. It would reduce down to a 9. And then the last number is 22, which is a master number. So this is really interesting in this particular reading, because you have both a karmic debt number and you have a master number in the same reading. And then you also have a number 9. And number 9 is a really strong number when it comes to numerology. This is like the number of like completion. It also could be a number that represents like any type of endeavor, like humanitarian um, effort, philanthropy, anything like that. But since it's dealing with a relationship, it's a love reading. So what's going on here is you've been putting a lot of time into someone, and this relationship is not going how you want it to go. So your question, it looks like you're wondering is if you should continue on or if you should end this relationship. Um, it's a very strong 9. It's like you're just putting in a whole bunch of work into this relationship, a lot of effort, and it doesn't seem to be appreciated. So that 9 to me represents like closure. Either closure for you because you've already made a decision and you're firm on that, and you're already, this decision you've made has brought you peace, has brought you closure. Or it could be that this particular card is representing the fact that there's an ending coming to this particular situation. Now, the 22 in this particular situation, again, this is a master number. This is like a number that represents, the 2 is always going to represent like harmony. Or I'm not going to say always represent. That is what that number, one of the characteristics of this number. But reading it along with the other 2, this is telling you to trust yourself. Trust yourself in making the right decision for you. You know what needs to be done. You know what you've been going through in this relationship. So what you're trying to decide on, you already have the information. It's kind of like you're trying to make a decision because something maybe not be clear to you in the physical. It may not be clear to you in the physical, but something intuitively, or something in your mind, or something in your heart, or something in your spirit is telling you one thing, but it's like you're looking for some type of confirmation in the physical to confirm that you're making the right decision. So this is just to tell you to trust yourself, regardless if you have any confirmation from anything physical or I'll just give an example, and this is not what I'm saying in this situation. It's kind of like when someone believes that a spouse or their significant other is not being faithful. They're not being true to them. And every time they confront them with this information, it's like, no, it's you, you're jealous, you're this, and you don't have any type of pretty much any evidence. The person won't admit it. You haven't caught them in cheating, but something is just telling you that this person is being unfaithful. So it's kind of like, I want to compare it to that type of situation. You don't have any evidence to back up what you're feeling or what you want to do. But it's kind of like, it's almost like you feel like you're tired. Like you've been a lot of work into this situation. And I kind of get the sense that you're ready to end it. But it's kind of like you don't have anything physical to substantiate the reason why you want to, other than how you're feeling. And trust yourself. Trust yourself that you know what decision you need to make for yourself. Because ultimately, the decisions regarding your relationship and the relationships you're in really have a huge impact on your life. I mean, they can a terrible. Well, look at Whitney Houston. Some say it wasn't Bobby. She was this way before, but who's to say? Regardless of what it is, if it was her, was it him? It was the combination of them two coming together that both of them, either she had issues before and she brought him into the relationship, and he had issues, and both of them coming together with these issues just created a catastrophe of a type of relationship for her ultimately, because the decision she was making kind of spiraled her downwards and ultimately led to her death. Same thing with her daughter. Same thing, as far as the type of relationship that she was in. So a choice that you make in your relationship could have a devastating devastating impact on your life. So you don't need anybody else to rubber stamp the decision that you make about your relationship. It's your life. You're the one that's going to have to live with it. It's you who are going to get derailed from your future should you choose to be in a relationship that coming together, that bringing together is not a good combination for several reasons. So just trust yourself and know that you are making the right choice for yourself, and you don't need anybody else to, well, do you have any proof? You don't need that. Just go with the fact that you know what's right for you. You've put in, and it's not like you're making this decision just off the cusp. It's almost like you've been working hard trying to make this thing work, putting in a lot of effort, and now it's kind of like you got to the point where it's kind of like, I'm just tired of it, so who can fault you for that? Okay, so that's that. I did the Numbercast. I'm going to post that afterwards. That's a reading. Let me see if I want to be generous and do one more. But I'm not going to do it. I do want to be generous, but I think I've been generous enough. But I'm not going to do another reading live tonight. You can check tomorrow. Always go to my website, and you can go to this channel. Check my YouTube. Check between here, the podcast, and YouTube. That's where I typically do the lives. So you can check those, and then always check on my social medias, because even if I don't do a live podcast or a video, I'll typically post a reading on there. And then soon I'll be doing some different types of readings, angel readings, angel prayer card readings, for people that are, that suits them. Some people like tarot, traditional tarot. So I'll be doing that soon. Some people are into astrology, so I'll be doing those astrology card readings, and then as well just the basic numerology. But what you'll see, and as I do these readings, you'll see that numerology runs through all of them. It runs through all of those. Even I do biblical readings. You'll see that too. The numerology is just a common theme with all of these particular types of ways that people seek information and seek guidance. So check that out. Look out for those. And I'll be posting that Numbercast soon. So thank you for joining.